Hi everyone. Hi Chozo. How are you today? Let's make sure my mic's working and everything. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Cooking stream. Cooking stream. We're back. Sorry, just ran from upstairs. My cat is in a really crazy mood right now, so I'm making sure all the bathroom doors are closed. She likes to go in the bathroom and like just destroy the toilet paper. Like literally, I'll go upstairs and I'll see a whole roll of toilet paper just like strung all the way down the hall. So making sure that that was not happening. You have something you want to say? Come here. Come here. No. She's like on the floor looking at me, so. Shall we do a tarot card? Let's do a tarot card, shall we? Should I do it like this? Ooh. What's her name? Her name's Toby. Toby. Come here. Come here, Toby. Come here. She's probably going to jump on the counter because I'm keeping the chicken in the fridge because, yeah, she will jump on the counter and try and eat it. So, by the way, let me know if the music's like too loud or anything. Okay, I'm feeling this one. Let's do this one. Oh, I've already gotten this one. Wait. Confidence of water. Confidence of water. Hello. Would you like to say hello? Here she is. Hi. Okay. Music is fine. Great. Thank you. Okay, confidence of water. Let's see. Hi there. Okay, what is our mood today? Happy Monday, by the way. I hope you're having a great Monday. Oh my gosh, my book is about to fall apart. Okay, confidence of water. I'm also trying out a new mic as well. So I tried having my normal mic just on the counter, and the quality was really bad. So I'm trying it with these headphones, which I know the quality is also bad, but it's better than really bad. There's like really bad, bad. That's where we're at, and then there's like mediocre, which is my normal mic. So unfortunately, we're making do with what we have. Okay, confidence of water. Emotional progression. Formlessness commences. Formlessness commences. Oh, right, emotional progression. Wow. Okay. We're doing some emotional growth today. Hi, pop culture. How are you? Oh my God. Am I gonna need to put you away? My cat really likes to. Oh, of course. Thanks for lurking. No problem. Hey, that's not for you. That's not for you. She's like, oh, there's a bowl of water on the table. That must be for me. Yeah. Hey, you need to get down. This is not sanitary. These are not sanitary conditions. Oh my God. Of course. Well, no problem. Yeah, no problem at all. Feel free to lurk, unlurk, talk, don't talk. If you want to participate. Hi, the animal Kai. Welcome in. Should I call you Kai? How are you doing today? Today we just drew we drew a tarot card for the day. So it's confidence of water. Apparently we're going to be doing some emotional progression today. I don't know. I was planning on, oh cool, some small streamers. Oh, welcome. I just started. So today we're making some dumplings. Oh, by the way, here's the music I have going. Right? Better credit the music. Let me get the recipe as well for what we're making today. Just copy and paste it. All right, where is it? Oh, it's in my other email. Sorry, 1 second. I'm just going to get the recipe and then I'll return to the chat. Okay. So we're using 2 different recipes today. It's kind of like a fusion. It's like dumplings, kind of like Chinese food, kind of not really, and Indian food. So here we go. I'll pin that to the top so people know. There we go. Kai, what kind of games do you play? So I also play games. So I just do cooking streams on Mondays, and then I like playing games throughout the week. So I'll play. Right now I'm playing Skyrim, and then I think I'm going to be playing BioShock. So I'm excited for that one. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I love talking about philosophy on my. Oh, you play World of Warcraft? Oh, cool. I've never played that one before, but seems interesting. Yeah, so we're talking about philosophy today. I read some more Nietzsche, which I didn't realize this whole time, which sorry for the Germans in the chat. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was pronounced Nietzsche and not Nietzsche. But listen, I'm not a complete idiot, okay? Because I was listening to another video of an American saying Nietzsche, and they said Nietzsche. So I was like, oh, that's why. It's because I've heard it before, you know? I've heard other people say it, so that's why. I was then corrected. It's pronounced Nietzsche. My bad. It's probably even Nietzsche. It's probably not Nietzsche. It's probably Nietzsche. Okay, we're going through the progression of like correct pronunciation. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. So Kai, even you knew that. Yeah, my bad. I mostly have Europeans in this chat. I'm assuming you're European as well. All the Europeans know. Us Americans, and by us I mean me, and like probably 5 other people. We don't know. Oh shit. Okay, well I have no excuse then. Oh well, I have no excuse. You love philosophy. Well, awesome. Well, today we're going to discuss one of Nietzsche's works. What was the actual full name of the book? Let me see. It's like So Said Zarathustra. I forget what I'm so bad at this. But anyways, I was reading the first chapter of it. It was the introduction of the book about Zarathustra. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly as well. But, oh, thank you for following. Hi. Hello to all Europeans. Hi, Onion Bro. We're not... I can't confirm whether or deny whether Onion Bro is European or not. So mysterious. Delusive. Yeah, so we're talking about Nietzsche. Nietzsche. Is it Nietzsche or Nietzsche? It's definitely not Nietzsche. We've ruled that one out. We've ruled it out. We're growing. We're learning and we're growing. You know, so... okay, yeah, your recipe's in the chat. Let me get out my chicken. And my cat's probably gonna freak the fuck out because, you know, it's meat. So she's probably gonna come and try and taste. What else do I need? I need oh yeah. I got these dumpling wrappers as well. So these I just got from Chinatown, so they're Shanghai style dumpling wrappers. I prefer Shanghai because of the texture and also because it's round. The round shape. It honestly doesn't really even matter what shape you use, so. Onion Bro is definitely mysterious. That's true. What made you start streaming? Well, I don't know. I had some time. My schedule freed up a ton, and I wanted to meet new people. I mean, I'm very much an introvert, so meeting people out there in the world is very difficult. So yeah, and I like playing video games. So oh yeah, I got a henna tattoo. Look at this. Ooh, I get to show it off today as I'm making dumplings. It's awesome. Yeah, I love it. So I went to an Indian culture festival on Saturday and got this done. It took like 10 minutes. I mean, despite how elaborate it is, it only took 10 minutes for her to do it. She's a pro. So, yeah, it's almost a requirement. Come on. Are we surprised? Are we surprised at all that I've got a henna tattoo right now? Me not being able to... What the fuck? Bro, can you believe what I just did, you guys? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Bro. I forgot that I had some hard-boiled eggs. I was like, what? What is wrong with this egg? I forgot I had hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. Whoops. It's not one. Not that one. We'll do. I completely forgot I had those. Okay. This is why we keep them separate. Uh, Hi Galti, how are you? Welcome. Yes, dumplings. We're not off to the greatest start because I just tried to put a whole ass of hard-boiled egg in my yeah. Okay. I was like pressing the inside and I was like, what is wrong with this egg? Yeah, it's cooked. That's why. My bad. Yeah. Just oh, you just got your kid to bed? Nice. Yeah, it's pretty late over there, isn't it? I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Did you guys all have a good weekend? My weekend was okay. Again, the Indian Culture Festival, that was like the only thing that I did. That was it. Oh, by the way, I'm doubling the recipe, so not only am I going to use a whole one package of this, I'm going to use two packages. Because I was like, last time the stream was way too short, so we're going to make it extra long. I like mixing in the egg first. I don't know. I mostly just want to mix the egg in so my cat would no longer be tempted. Like once you contaminate it, she's like, nah, I don't want this anymore. So it's contaminated now. It's just after 7 p.m. Oh, it's not too late yet. Oh, okay. It's nighttime now. Yeah, I guess technically you can choose when you send your kids to bed. Like, oh, it's time to sleep. I'm sure it's a lot easier during the winter time when it gets darker earlier to be like, well, it's nighttime. It's like 5 p.m. It's nighttime. It's time to go to sleep. It's probably frustrating in the summertime. Are you making the big boy business buyer practice? Or are we feeling tech sales entrepreneur broke boy to the max? No finance graduate 12. We're what? What a sentence. We are making the big boy business buyer batch of 200 because I like making a lot at once. Yeah. It's still light for the next few hours. Hopefully you've got like a curtain in their room or something to block out the light. Okay, so I'm gonna get my teaspoon really quick. Okay, where's my teaspoon? There we go. Yeah, so Nietzsche. What is it actually called? So I don't sound like an idiot. The one about Zarathustra. Oh, Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Yeah, that's what I read. But only I'm just kidding. Only the like first introduction. That's all I have time for, but still. Zarathustra. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Okay, Zarathustra. I'll make sure to remember that for next time. I say. So I'm just adding some curry powder right now to my dumplings. I don't like measure. I actually usually like putting in more spices than it initially calls for because, I don't know, I like spices. Actually, I'll just use the rest of it. With baking, you need to be precise. With cooking, you don't have to be precise. You just throw however much you want in there. Chozo. Ooh, nice. Nice, Chozo. Let me check mine. What's mine? I'm a spice fiend. Ooh, yes, it's best I don't reveal my power level. Yeah, I'm a spice fiend. It's a requirement. I need to escape the stereotype of being the white person who doesn't like spice. I have to break free. Yeah, I must do that. Wait, do I have turmeric here? No, I don't. Okay, let me get my turmeric. Where's my turmeric? Aha. You guys like spices? Bruh. Well, I guess not you, Onion Bro. Oh, yes. We love turmeric. It usually just adds color and not flavor. Just gonna add a little bit more. There we go. Did anybody do something fun this weekend? By the way, the recipe calls for chili powder. I'm using the special, what's it called? Kashmiri chili powder. And yes, I don't wash my, um, I don't wash my teaspoon in between using spices. It's like, what a waste. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, wait. Okay, I need 2 teaspoons. Let me actually pay attention to how much I'm measuring. 2 teaspoons. And then I got my garam masala. I'm just gonna mix all these spices and the chicken together, and then we'll sit down and make dumplings and talk in-depth about, we'll have an in-depth discussion about Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Yes. There's that. Do I need salt? Okay, it doesn't ask for salt. However, I like putting salt in there. I don't know why it doesn't call for salt. It's right here. It's right here. Okay, I'm gonna, here. I'm gonna do like, I don't know, like, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. This is 2 pounds of chicken, so it's quite a bit. Okay, what else? Oh, coriander. Yes. Don't mind if I do. Went to watch some sailing races in town yesterday. Ooh. Was at the restaurant on Saturday evening and had delicious salmon linguine. Oh, that sounds delightful. Wow. You're really enjoying your time off, aren't you? Okay, I'm gonna put like a heaping teaspoon in here. We love the heaping teaspoons. Yeah. Okay. That's that. So now I'm just gonna mix it up, and then we'll start filling the dumplings. And I like how where I live, I can just buy the minced chicken. It's already ready. But when I was living in China, they don't do that. So like I had to like put the chicken breast on a chopping block, and get one of those really big like cleaver knives and just like whack whack. That's how everybody does it in China. Like, why would we have the grocery store do it when we can just do it ourselves? Got tomorrow off, then back to work all week. Galti, do you do like a 7 on, 7 off type of schedule, or did you just take like some vacation days? I know some people do like the 7 on for 12 hours each, and then 7 off. Sounds a little bit exhausting in my opinion, but it works for a lot of people. A lot of people like it. Why don't they do it in because people prefer to mince it themselves. Maybe texture reasons. I'm not sure. That's just what I've heard. Like from my mother-in-law, she just says, "Nah, we just do it ourselves. We prefer the texture." Um, but me, I'm lazy as hell. Like sitting, so it takes like, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so of just like slap, like just chopping it, and you gotta basically like almost throw the knife um on the cutting board. You need to do a wooden cutting board for that. That's the most ideal. I'm a radiographer at a hospital, so I flip-flop between 12.5-hour days and nights and lots of overtime. Oh, wow. Wow, good for you. Good for you. So a very variable schedule. My man does not get any sleep. Your sleep schedule must be just fucked. That is, yeah, wow. Now we've got all of our chicken ready. So I'm gonna move all the spices out of the way, and we're gonna completely redo the setup. So and then what I'm going to do, because I imagine I'll be sitting here for a long time, I'm going to put half of the chicken back in the fridge because I'm very concerned about food poisoning. We do not want food poisoning today. You shouldn't leave food out for more than 2 hours. So I don't know how long it's gonna take. So yeah, we're gonna split it up. It's gonna put half of it in the fridge. That should be good. Yeah, that way we can be safe. We can be safe with our food. Kind of. As much as we can. Okay, and then I'm gonna bring my chair over here and we're gonna sit and do it. Chair here. What we're gonna do is yep. How does that look? Looks good, right? Okay. So I've got like my bowl of water here and my dumplings wrappers. And then I'm putting my chicken just right up here. That looks good. I'm gonna just get a piece of parchment tape. Oops. One week I can be my man, go into banking or something. Get that bag, King. 1 week I can be on nights, then start a day shift at the end of the week. It's fucked. Bro, I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Wow. I got, yeah, I went to an Indian culture festival on Saturday, so, yep, got a tattoo. I'm very pleased with it. I love henna tattoos. And the lady was so nice. She did it in like 10 minutes. So okay, well, as long as you love the work, then that's good. Okay, we're gonna lower the computer. Now it's at the level of my sit on my chair. Yeah, there we go. I always like sitting cross-legged even if I'm wearing a skirt. So okay. Shall we discuss fuck Zarathustra? Shall we discuss our philosophy? I've got my notes here. So fascinating. Has anybody read this? Thus said Zarathustra. I'm sure most of you have read it, but I read it. I initially tried to read what was his first book? Nietzsche's first book. It's like the tragedy, anyway, it was about like Apollo and Dionysus, and I couldn't get into it. I'm so sorry. The Birth of a Tragedy. Oh yes, The Birth of Tragedy. So sorry. I read it the first couple chapters, if you will, or like sections, and it was a little bit hard to read. But this one, Thus Spake Zarathustra, fuck, my bad. I think it's pretty interesting, actually. I was reading, I was like, wait, this is intriguing. I think I'll be delighted to read more. Some pretty crazy line drops in there. Like some pretty crazy things occur, which I'm excited to discuss. I know the Strauss song. Oh, there's a song about it? Or is that a specific passage of it? Well, we're probably not going to be discussing in super high level detail, but if you'd like to read along, I've just read the introduction, so and we're going to be like going through it systematically. So I'll be going through it kind of almost a summary, like really just glossing over it and sharing like the passages which I thought were really interesting. So yeah. Okay. So sorry, let me cross leg. There we go. It starts out with like a conversation between, I'm gonna mess this up can I just call him Zara? Can I just call him Zara, please? I'm gonna say a conversation between Zara and a saint. Is that blasphemous? I don't know. I'm just a girl. I'm gonna do that. The actual philosophers in the chat can hate me, but that's where we're going. So anyway, Zara is like the prophet. He's basically a prophet that represents Nietzsche's philosophy, if I'm not mistaken. It's almost like a parable in a way, the way this is constructed, which I enjoy. Zoroaster. Oh. Okay. Okay, thanks. Yep, I'll be calling him Zara. But yep, thank you. Appreciate the context. Okay, so look. Oh, that's filled too much. Okay, wait. That's about how much I want it to be filled. Should I zoom in? I'm gonna, here, wait 1 second. Just 1 second. There, maybe that's better. I want it to be on my hands. More focused on my hands. There we go. So what you do is you wet your finger and then you rub it along the outside like this. This is kind of the same way that they wrap the xiaolong ball, like the Shanghai soup dumplings, if you know. This is going to be so ugly, and please do not judge me, okay? I did try to learn from actual Chinese people, but alas, my dexterity is not great. So anyway, what you do is you put your finger here, like in the fold, and what you do is you like pinch it, and then you push this finger in, and you push this finger in, and then you pinch it, and then you push it in, and you pinch it, and you kind of like guide it with the other finger, and you pinch it, and you pinch it across like this. It's gonna be ugly as hell. Just bear with me, okay? Okay, then I usually have it like this. And what I do is I smush it all together. Woo! Smush it all together. We're learning today. There it is. That's the best I could do. Anyway, I know it's not the proper technique, but I don't think anybody's coming here to learn the proper technique. Anyway, okay. So there's a conversation between Zara and this saint he comes across. He's like journeying, going towards a village, I believe, and he says something about like, "Oh, I love men. I am bringing gifts to men." Seems almost like a humanist kind of statement, but I know that Nietzsche was not a fan of humanists, so. But it seemed kind of like that perspective. So what he meant by that kind of was like, "Oh, I love men." Like, not. When I first read that, I was like, "Oh, okay, mine. You're telling me like he's a homosexual," but that's not what he meant. What he meant is, "I love human beings." And the saint says, "Do not give them anything. Rather, take something from them and bear their burden along with them. That will serve them best. If it only serve thyself well. And if thou art going to if thou art going to give them aught, give them no more than an alms, and let them beg even for that." Which I was like, oh damn. I know that Nietzsche feels. Stop. I'm gonna say Nietzsche. It's Nietzsche. I know he's not a fan of religion, right? Love the What is a paravent? Thank you. But also, what is a paravent? Listen. I know that Nietzsche is not a fan of religion. Okay. I just thought it was kind of harsh, but I'm trying to think about my own religious upbringing and like, does that make sense? I do not want to bash any sort of religion, okay? It's not what we're doing. I'm just trying to understand his point of view. He's saying that the key to religion, like to religious belief, is depravity. That's very blunt. What I mean is, he's saying like, take something from them and bear their burden along with them. Oh, thank you. Yes. I got this because, thank you. I got this because, it's bad feng shui to have, so my front door is just right in front of me. And then here's the back door, and the light goes all the way from the front door out the back door. That's bad. That's bad feng shui. So we got this to cover the door to make sure that the light doesn't escape, you know? The energy, the chi. To make sure the chi doesn't escape. It's not that he's a fan, it's not that he's not a fan of religion, but he's very critical of Christianity and asceticism, religious dedication, right? Like, being overly dedicated. I think it's just like what he said was a little bit harsh, in my opinion. Do you guys believe in okay, this is a completely different topic. Do you guys believe in feng shui? I personally do. Obviously. I don't take it super seriously, but if my mother-in-law says that it's a really bad thing to have two windows facing, like two doors facing each other, then obviously I'm going to listen to her and get a thing behind me to block out the light. What is what? What is what? What is that in my screen? Is that my camera? Oh yeah, it is my camera. I don't believe in it, but a lot of my living space is oriented by it. Oh, nice. I don't know. Personally, like, I try and do things that are. This is not showing, is it? Here. What if I. There we go. I personally try not to do anything that, like, curses me or brings in bad energy into my life. I know I sound cringe when I say energy, but I'm not very superstitious, but at the same time, like, it doesn't hurt to just follow it. Like, it doesn't hurt to just, you know. Yep, I'm gonna be sitting here for a while. This is not ideal. I wish I would, the other part of my counter has a place that overhangs, so I can have it on me like this, but I'd have to, like, completely change my camera and my computer, and I fear not. I fear that will not happen. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. We're talking about philosophy and making dumplings. If that's up your alley. And we're making dumplings badly, might I add. Yes, I know, they're horrendous. They're hideous, even. But that's life. I don't know what to tell you. That's life. Okay, so I think to avoid controversy, I'm not going to go into any more of what that was. I need to make sure. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna change my screen so it doesn't time out every 5 seconds. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so then Zara went, and yes, I'm calling him Zara. He went to a town. Oh, actually, no. Okay, so then after the saint was like, you need to deprive them and then struggle along with them, Zara was like, damn, this poor bastard, he doesn't know that God's dead. When I read that, I was like, well, I mean, he didn't word it that way, but that's basically the energy that I got. Like, he was just like shaking his head, like, damn, this guy doesn't know. I realized that Nietzsche is the guy who said God is dead and we have killed him, something along those lines. I just thought it was funny. I just think of like just like this atheist, just like shaking his head to himself, like, nah, I've been enlightened. I know better than you. This poor bastard doesn't know God is dead. SMH. Okay, so he goes to a town to teach a bunch of people who are like they're gathered around to watch this rope walker. Somebody did a like tightrope, I guess, across 2 buildings. He goes to watch that and also to preach to the people. So he like gets up in front of the crowd of people and he's like, now I'm going to teach you about this concept called beyond man. He says, man is something that shall be surpassed. So he's talking about like, well, I'll keep going and then I'll give context. So he's saying like, how do you become beyond man? You remain faithful to earth and do not believe those who speak unto you. Speak unto you of superterrestrial hopes, poisoners whether they know it or not, despisers of life. Which I read that and I was like, okay, sure, I guess. D-Dragon reference, Ubermensch. Is that actually what the original German is when he's saying beyond man? Is that what he's saying? So is this literally the doctrine that no, something else? Oh, okay. Something else. And all the people were like, oh, okay. So he keeps going. He says, man is a transition, a rope connecting animal and beyond man. And I liked the symbolism because all the people were there to watch this guy walk on the rope between the buildings. So he was like, you understand, man? We are also like the rope. We're a transition between animal and something else. I mean, if you think about that in terms of evolution, right? Technically, he's not wrong. I mean, everything is every current species is in transition to evolve to something new, right? So if you think about it in biological terms, like, yeah, technically, I mean, but we're still animals, right? Like, I don't agree with that. His perspective of like, oh, we're not animals anymore. We're something between animal and Superman. But that's just my opinion. No one can really translate. Okay, let's see. I don't really know the origin, but we only used it during that dark time in the early 20th century. Okay. Yes, I know that has some very bad connotations. Yes, okay. So I'll refrain from using that terminology as well. We'll just discuss the beyond man. The hopefully unadulterated. So that is the term he's using technically, okay. But we're just talking about this in the context of like this is just a general kind of unadulterated. We're not adulterating it, we're just reading what he's saying. Yep. No one can really translate it into English, and they've tried Overman, Superman, and I'm sure a few more. Okay. I kind of like this like Beyond Man type thing. I like this Beyond Man. It's like something else. Because every time I hear Superman, I just think of the superhero, and it kind of distracts me a little bit. I don't take it seriously, you know? I think Beyond Man would be the best translation. Beyond Mankind. I agree with you. I think I like that better. So anyway, what do you guys think? Like, I know he probably didn't necessarily mean it in that context of biology. Like he's saying we have the potential to be something more than ourselves, to transcend our humanness. Now, I think that certain people during the early 20th century took that and ran with it and said, okay, we're just going to take control of natural selection, which we're not going to open that can of worms today. We're not going to, nope. We're talking about this in terms of individuals. Like, okay, what can an individual do? Not talking about how, institutions can adopt this idea. Nope, we're not doing that. But how can an individual become beyond? So he goes on to say, okay, so then he gives examples, which I think really helpful. This is why I thought that this was like more helpful than the birth of tragedy. He says, I love those who do not know how to live unless in perishing, for they are those going beyond. So I want to interpret these one by one, if that's okay. So I'll say that again. I love those who do not know how to live unless in perishing. And when I read that, I thought about, so all of these examples, I'm thinking about it obviously with my own bias. Okay, we get it. But in terms of like escaping the ego, I love saying that, I know, but I think it's true. Hear me out, okay? I think he said that in a way of like, we need to escape the ego because like, we truly don't know much about ourselves and being and living and etc. And we don't need to shout from the rooftops like, I know everything there is about the universe and about existence and about whatever. He's saying like, nah. The only time you can really know for yourself, I guess, is when you're like fighting to survive. I didn't explain that in the way I wanted it to. Let me think about how I can better explain that. Like, what am I trying to say? God damn it. I don't know. Okay, let me see what you said. Well, if we were talking about transcendence, which is getting morally better than we are now, then we would have to judge first what is the standard and what would be better. And then it's all personal bias again. You know which translation this is? Yes, it's the one you can find on Google Books. So let's see. I'll have to look it up. Could you, I'm sorry, my setup is so bad. Oh, no, you can't. Never mind. You can't post links in the chat. My hands are dirty. Shit. I have to go back up to my, my computer upstairs to see that. Because I only have my notes here. I should have remembered which translation. But it's like the first one that comes up when you look it up on Google Books. So. But now I'm looking it up now and it looks like there's multiple versions. Okay, I'll definitely look that up and post it in the Discord for later. Okay, let me go back to my notes. I'm gonna need to wash everything. I've got food all over, like so one thing about making dumplings is you're gonna get this starch all over everywhere. It's gonna be everywhere. So just bear that in mind. I have in front of me. This is my olive oil thing. We're gonna move that. Okay, so I go into the second one. I love those who make the earth ready for beyond man. They will their own destruction. Okay, this one is elusive. I don't know this one. I love him who keepeth no drop of spirit for himself, but willeth to be entirely the spirit of his virtue. Again, it's ego. It's invite. Why is okay, you guys? Seriously, I hate Discord. Okay, I despise Discord because why? Every time I generate an invite link, I generate it so that it never expires and it can be used infinite number of times. But somehow every single time somebody tries to click the link, it doesn't work. Why? Is there a way to make Discord like not invite only? Oh, it's the most annoying thing ever. Truly annoying. I'll figure that out eventually. Alas, I am just a girl. Very, very imperfect girl. Discord is more is more baffling to me than existence. Damn. That's a pretty dramatic answer, but I kind of agree. It is pretty baffling, isn't it? Yeah, Discord, I don't know. Every time I generate a new link, and it's like never expire and send it to a million, infinite people can click it. Doesn't work. Hi Sandy, how's it going? Welcome in. Oh, you're from India. Oh my god. Well, we're kind of making Indian food, sort of. Not really, but we're making butter chicken dumplings. So it's a fusion. So if hopefully you're not offended by that. Yep. Hopefully that doesn't offend you. This adulteration, if you will. Yeah, kind of like momos in a way. Yeah. You know, I went to an Indian culture festival this weekend, and I got a henna. Love getting henna tattoos. Love it. So, yeah, just don't look. Don't. Oh my God, I'm so bad at this, you guys. Don't look. Nobody look. Avert your eyes. What you can do if it's like misshapen is you can just kind of like grab it like this and just kind of like, ooh, there. Now it's a circle. Now it's a circle, kind of. All that matters is that it tastes good, right? Stream momos. Delightful. Delightful. Yeah, we're just talking about Nietzsche right now. Philosophy. If you're into philosophy. How to become beyond man. How to become better. So let me read that one thing I just read again. So he said, I love him who keepeth no drop of spirit for himself, but willeth to be entirely the spirit of his virtue. Again, humility. I love him who steweth golden words before his deeds, and performeth still more than his promise. So he's saying, like, yeah, hype yourself up to the max. And then, even after hyping yourself, like, so, okay, he's saying, like, oversell yourself, and then outperform what you oversold. Just be better. Just do better. You already know this, but I should note that Nietzsche is essentially an elitist. I think I'm getting that vibe. He's like one of those guys who's like, okay, try harder. He's like, try harder and get good. You know? Try harder, get good. That's all you need to do, you know? So that's what I'm getting. Then he goes on. So, and then apparently the crowd is like booing him and shit, like, like you're speaking nonsense. Like, what are you talking about? What's this beyond man? Who would want to be that, you know? Because he's like he's criticizing religion, he's criticizing the supernatural, he's criticizing anything outside of ourselves that already people make assumptions about. And so everybody's like, yeah, you're blasphemy. So then he's like, okay, well, let me tell you about this last man. And I'm assuming what he means by the last man is like the people who are going to kill themselves off. The people who are going to make humankind extinct. That's what I'm guessing is what he's saying, right? He's saying, okay, he's like, let me tell you now about the last man. What is love? What is creation? What is longing? What is star? Thus the last man asketh blinking. Then the earth will have become small. The last men are those who aren't Superman. Yes, but are you sure he's not talking about, like, when he says last man, like, the men who are headed towards annihilation? That's at least what, I don't know. It feels in a way like he's saying, like, you guys are... Maybe I'm superimposing my own bias onto it. It seems that way to me. Seems that these last men are going to be like the last men. You know, maybe he means the last man before mankind transcend into something new. Oh yes, okay, you're probably right, pop culture. I think you're right. That makes sense. But I think what's interesting is what he said was, he said, like, all these questions that we try and answer, right? He's like, we're trying to understand what's love, what's creation, what's longing, what's a star. Like, we're trying to understand everything scientifically and trying to put names to everything and trying to, you know, and he's saying that just makes the world smaller. Like, we're losing, and I agree with that. It's like we're losing, I don't know, what do you guys think? When you try and explain everything, and I come from my, like, I come from my perspective of over-explaining everything scientifically, and then when that happens, you just lose the magic in everything. I'm like, damn, the life, it kind of sucks. When you explain everything away, you're like, wow, this is boring. Yeah, you lose the magic, you lose the creativity. There's something is lost when you try and explain the unexplained. The world becomes small, is what he said. The last man is someone who is a person who is basically useless to Nietzsche. Someone who can't express their will. Contemptible. Well, yes, so at its most basic, the last man is the opposite of the beyond man, right? So he's, okay, so without reading anything into it, he's just saying, hey, this last man, let me tell you about the opposite, okay? Let me tell you about, yeah. So he's like somebody who tries to over-explain all the happenings in the universe, someone who tries to just make sense of every little thing, someone who clings to life. That's what I also got out of it. It's like clinging too hard to life and your humanness and your ego. If you cling too much to your humanness, you can't evolve, right? Because like, when you're trying to discover the answer, when you're trying to find the answer to every question, what you're doing is you are clinging to your humanness, right? Because you're trying to make humans be smart. We're so smart, we have to understand everything. Like, when you don't leave anything to be, when you don't leave any unexplained things, then you're kind of limiting yourself in a way, right? Because when you already know everything, it's like, oh, we don't need to evolve, you know? Humans don't need to change or evolve because we already know everything. So that's what I got out of it, and I completely agree with that perspective. Listen, I know all the r/philosophy Redditors, they'll be discussing how, they'll be like, everybody just reads philosophy and inserts their own bias into it. And listen, I know, I'm that way as well, completely. But who isn't? Like, who has ever read something and not inserted their own bias? I don't know. I feel like that's just humans. Like, there's no way to read something completely objectively and not, like, confirm or deny your own beliefs. You can add, I mean, you can learn new things, I guess, but usually you only learn new things if they confirm your previously held beliefs to some extent. This person was one of Nietzsche's most famous influence, and he was like, I want to know what binds the whole world together at its core. Oh, so you disagree? You don't think so? So you're saying knowing too much is not a bad thing? Okay, then how else could this be interpreted? Because he's saying like he literally starts out by saying, here's the last man. The last man asks, what is love? What is creation? What is longing? What is star? Thus the last man asketh, blinking. Then the earth will have become small. He makes the world small. Maybe there's a different interpretation of that. My interpretation is if you make the world small, then there's nothing left to, you can't evolve, you can't change. You can interpret it in many ways. Well, I like your perspective as well, pop culture. Definitely not refuting it. I just tend to have a different perspective. And that's fine. And that's fine. That is fine. If the world becomes small, no one can focus his mind on things beyond Earth. Yes. I agreed. So then that's what he's saying about the last man, right? He's saying that you can't, like, you're limiting yourself. You're unable to become that beyond man thing. If the world is small. So that's why I'm seeing it as like the opposite. All right. Yep. I always accidentally push it, the filling out the top, and then I have to like take some of it off. It's fine. We're fine. We're cooking experts. Absolute experts. Chefs, if you will. The opposite of a last man might be someone like Napoleon. Okay, so you're saying it's not even beyond man, it's the opposite. Or are you saying Napoleon is a beyond man? To be fair, I've only read the first chapter, okay? So I don't know if he goes into, like, here's some examples of people who have already achieved this. He really loved Napoleon. Yes, please explain, if you don't mind. So I'm wondering if he thought Napoleon was an example of this. My back, you guys, my back is like so fucked. It's because I'm like leaning over like a shrimp like this. Posture. Bad posture. Very, very bad posture. That's too much. So, let me go on. We're going to be sanitizing all the stuff. We're going to be sanitizing my tablet. We're going to be sanitizing my camera. We're going to be... I don't have an irrational fear of raw chicken, but I'm definitely cautious. I do not enjoy the idea of raw chicken. The opposite of someone who chases comfort, who wants safety. So let's see what else he says about this last man, okay? Here's what else he said. He said, they still work, for work is an entertainment, but they are careful lest the entertainment exhaust them. They no longer grow poor and rich. It is too troublesome. Each willeth the same, each is equal. He who feeleth otherwise voluntarily goeth into a lunatic asylum. Seeing where the elitism comes in. Nietzsche is very much not a communist. Am I right on that, or am I right? He's very much not a like, yeah, everyone's the same, everyone's equal. He's like, no, some people are better than others, right? If you just work hard enough, you can become better. He would call communism a form of Christianity, okay, which he's critical of. Communism isn't anti-individualism. What do you mean by that? Because I might agree with you, pop culture. I think what it's just like what I meant by that comment was like, communism tends to put everyone on the same plane. It doesn't like remove individuality, I don't think. It puts everyone in the same playing field. Like, oh, we all deserve equal. I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong. But we all deserve to equally reap the rewards of whatever success we have. In some ways, communism can be kind of like a religion. I mean, you think about Maoism, for example. Maoism was definitely similar to a religion. You know, in like Cultural Revolution China, you know, when religion was kind of outlawed. The way that a lot of people treated Mao and followed his teachings was, you know, with the little red book, it was kind of like the Bible in a way. Kind of like a religious fervor type of following, especially during the Cultural Revolution. Are you using the Discord link that says? Oh, thanks, Wacket. Sometimes, okay, so there's like, I've got this comment that circulates throughout my chat. It's like, join our Discord. Oh, if you, wait. If you do, exclamation mark Discord, that link should work. I think. If you do exclamation mark Discord, whatever link you clicked, pop culture, let me know and I'll change that one. It's probably the one on my page, right? My about section. Sorry guys, I'm learning. Trying my best. That one worked. Okay. I need to go find the other one that didn't work. Thanks for joining the Discord. How nice of you. Anyways. That comment that I made was kind of irrelevant to this, so apologies for that. Kind of irrelevant. Oops. I was just trying to make sense in my head of communism has many parallels with Christian thinking. It's quite interesting. If I've read correctly, Lenin's favorite Bible quote was, "He who does not work shall not eat." Ah. I never studied Lenin or his flavor of communism. There's different flavors of communism as well. So I studied a little bit of Maoism, which even that in itself is different than communism. It's a dialect, if you will. It's like different dialects. You'll say thank you now, but curse me later. Oh no, what are you gonna post? Oh no. Pop culture is gonna spam the Discord. I don't know. I don't really care that much about what, as long as it's not hurting anybody, like, you can post to your heart's content. I keep overfilling these. Shit, I keep overfilling it. Me when I cooking. It's so fascinating to study the Cultural Revolution, especially. I know this is completely off topic, but and how just remarkable the things that happened during Mao, like what he was able to convince people to do. I mean, you have to be at the level of a god to be able to convince people to I mean, the collectivist mindset was already there, granted, but I mean, nothing. This kind of goes back to what Nietzsche was saying earlier, or Zarathustra was saying earlier about you must deprive them and then struggle along with them. You know, I mean, Mao obviously didn't deprive the Chinese people. In fact, he helped them to some degree pull a lot of people out of poverty. Not quite as much as Deng Xiaoping. Listen, Deng Xiaoping, goat. Like, honestly, I mean, just feel how you will about Deng Xiaoping, but like, my man literally lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty. Like, how can that be? Like, whatever else he did, like, that in itself is like, oh my god. I mean, not him single-handedly. Obviously, there were other people that had played a role in that. But, you know, that's what we do with leaders, is we tend to just kind of pin everything on one person. We love doing that because our simple brains can't understand systems. Well, that's a very two-sided sword. You know, brother, how? Onion Bro, I don't. Sorry. Who's that? It's kind of interesting, like, to think about how religiously people followed Mao. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, if poverty is a very, very, very strong, escaping poverty is a very strong motivator. The Amazing Singer. I could easily turn that around and apply it on every set. Yeah, you're right. You can't make any sort of absolute statements anymore. Can't make absolute statements like we used to. You're right, you're right, you're right. But objectively, what happened was good. What happened was great. And we are back to existential. If I were absolute leader, I'd be so chill. Yeah. Chat is my conscience. Chat is my little voice that says, maybe you shouldn't say that. Okay, look, we finished. Okay, so we finished these, so I need to get more of the rest of the chicken out of the fridge. Let me wash my hands off really quick. Okay, I think I'm gonna stand. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stand. This chair is like fucking messing up my back. Yeah. Anyone else have back pain? Anyone else suffer from back pain? I sure do. Yeah. Mostly just a postural thing. I'm gonna put this back on here. Yes. Okay, so basically I've got a bunch of cardboard boxes that I have stacked all over my kitchen counter. And that's the setup we're going with. So, okay. Let me put that. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna fill up this tray, and then once I fill up this tray, I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Get a new tray. Fill it up. Just letting the other bowls soak. To the dungeons with him. And now I will judge your dumpling skills very harshly. 5 of them are very, very good. No! Which was the bad one? This one, right? This one's bad. This one's very bad. Shit. I can't, okay? Oh god. I'll just zoom it way out. I'll zoom the camera way out so you can't see. All that matters is that it tastes good, okay? And this tastes, let me tell you, this tastes good. You don't have to worry about nothing. Everyone would be so chill, too. I'd mandate a chillin' hour. Mandatory chillin' hour. Wasn't that something in 1984? Wasn't that something that happened in 1984? Do I recall that correctly? Mandatory rest hour? Mandatory, leisure? Just saying. Just saying. It's been ages since I've read that book, so. To those who refuse, they get sent to the dungeons to be tickled by the tickler. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Yeah, no, I appreciate anybody who corrects me for my perspective. Sometimes I say things that are very absolute or very blunt. Part of that comes from just my general communication skills. So anybody who's able to take like a patient approach with me and educate me, I'm always open to being educated. And I'm open to being wrong, which kind of I'm wrong about most things, so. It's been a long time since I read that book. Almost as long as its title. That sounds like it. Yeah, that sounds very much. Seems a little bit too familiar. The tickler. That's hilarious. Okay, so basically, let me go back to my reading since we derailed. Oh, that was pretty good. That was not too bad, right? That one at least closed. See, we're getting better over time. We won't correct you. Maybe from time to time will be a plunger to avert you in another direction. No, please, I need someone to rate once I derail something. If I get too far down, like, whoa there, buddy. That is a radical opinion. I would like to be corrected. Chills. Chills. Okay, let me go back. So, oh, and then he said, so the last line he said was, each willeth the same, each is equal. He who feeleth otherwise voluntarily goeth into a lunatic asylum. And then he says, we have and then the last man says, we have invented happiness. Hi, Zon. How's it going? Oh, thank you. Yeah, this is my shitty dumpling making skill. Some of them are closed. Don't look at that one. But yeah, we're making dumplings today, so. Usually what I find is that I get better at doing it over time. And also, I'm not using fresh, oh no, don't look at that one. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. I keep adding too much filling. That's my problem. I just want maximum. I want maximum filling. Yep. Okay. Let me try putting like the bare minimum. Yeah, it's henna. Got henna tattoo. We're making Indian fusion food, so yeah, life's good. What can I say? What can I say? Life's good. That's what she said. Oh my god. Good one. Funny. Funny. You're a comedian. I love henna. Yeah, same. Me too. Yeah, me too. It's always fun to get it. I might get a real tattoo one of these days. But it needs to be a very specific artist. From a very specific artist. Okay. Okay. If I shape this one into a circle, maybe it'll look better. Oh god. By the way, you guys, pop culture is probably a way better of a cook than I am. This is only my second cooking stream. Pop culture is also a cooking streamer. Yeah, I'm sure you're better than me. Sometimes it makes my skin itch. Yeah, and sometimes the smell kind of bothers me in a way. Like, the one that this lady used, there was menthol in it, so it had kind of like a minty smell. But then once it washed off, like the superficial part, my hand kind of smells like, it's like this chlorine kind of smell. I don't know how to describe it. Not amazing. Not an amazing smell to be, and it lingers. You can't wash it off. Have you ever made gnocchi? I have once. Yeah, that was fun too. In my hippy dippy phase, Oh, I had a dippy in, by the way. You didn't say hippy dippy, but I like saying hippy dippy. In my hippie phase, we used henna to dye our hair. Oh. Wait, does every philosopher have a hippie phase? I'm going through my hippie phase right now, so maybe maybe that just makes me a baby philosopher. A baby. Just a baby. Yeah, maybe gnocchi, maybe I can make gnocchi a different time. I've never made it with like actual potatoes. I usually just make it with like this. I can make it with like mashed potato mix, which yeah, I know. I'm lazy, okay? I'm lazy. But yeah, I heard it. I heard that you can use henna to dye your hair too. I haven't gone that far, but maybe one of these days. Pop culture, did you ever like make your own kombucha? Kombucha. This one was my best. It is, isn't it? Look at it. Oh, we're getting better. We're improving. As soon as I pull out this next tray, can we eat henna? I don't think so. No. Why? Do you want to dye your insides? Do you want to dye your organs? Can you though? I don't know. Some sort of plant. I keep making it so it overfills. God damn it. God damn it. We're the chemist. Let's get that. Let's get that succulent henna bombastic buffet. Oh my gosh. You're hilarious. What else are we eating? What else is at the buffet? Oh, you know what else? Okay, Onion Bro, you know how I said I like to eat grass? We're gonna also have grass there. Um the just the white parts. The grass. We'll have that as well at the buffet. Pop culture, you don't like the taste of mushrooms. That's okay. I think we talked about this last time. That's all right, I guess. I guess that's fine. That one was pretty good. Ooh, that one was good. Styrofoam, but edible. Ew. Imagine the crunch. Oh no. Actually, oh, that sounds like a textural nightmare. The squeaking? The squeaking when you bite. Oh no. I don't like that. I don't like that. Zom, what'd you say? So an issue I have with this new phone. Well, it holds a charge well. When it's charging, you can't do shit with it because it won't charge. That is annoying. I'm sorry. Phone issues are the worst. Phone issues suck. Yeah, I don't like texture. Nope. If it's not the right texture, I will not eat. They can remove the squeak. They are scientists. Very smart. Okay. Sure. Well, that one was all right. That one was okay. It is what it is. Oh, you guys, I got a meme I have to show you. I probably won't show you today, but it has something to do with it is what it is. No, I don't have display capture. Oh, actually, oh shit. I just realized my alerts aren't Okay, now, if anybody follow, I'm sorry. Everyone who followed, I'm so sorry. Your alert didn't show up. It will now, though. Yeah, I went to China. Yeah, I lived in China for a while. Do you like hash browns? I do like hash browns. Yeah, I love potatoes. Potatoes in any form. I love those. Okay, there. Yeah, 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 yeah. Food there has so much weird texture if you aren't used to it. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that was the hardest part for me living in China was the food. Very much not used to any of the food. Um, Mostly what I would eat is there was a bakery not far from my apartment, and I would get like bread. I would eat bread, and listen, I love you, China. I love you, China, but your bread is not great. What I mean is the Western. It was like a Western style. Not good. Not good. If any of you ever had Wonder Bread before, like the cardboard bread, that is. But I was desperate. Okay, I was desperate. I had to eat something, some form of calories. So that's what I ate. I grew to love a lot of Chinese food um, over time, but initially it was very difficult um, to adapt to that, just because my palate is so different um, as an American. Okay, Onion Bro, keep it real. What's real? What's up? Eating chicken feet must be funny as fuck. Yeah, if you go to KFC, they got chicken feet there. Yeah, that's a big thing. I haven't had chicken feet actually. I've avoided that successfully, but yeah, if you go to China, I mean KFC, they've got it. A lot of the meat there comes with bones, so it's also not rude. It's not rude to spit out things onto your plate. Where that would be considered rude here in America, but in China it's like a norm. Please don't leave. Yeah, Onion Bro is honestly the backbone of this channel. Onion Bro and Wackett, they are the backbone of this channel, to be honest, to be completely dead ass with you. I would not be here today if it weren't for those two. Okay, I've got two more, and then we're gonna shift the tray, and we're gonna do another tray. Imagine dipping them in soy sauce, those toes. Yeah, I'm personally not an enjoyer of bones, and like picking meat off of bones, like like biting it off. But that's how a lot of the meat there was. Oh, you guys, do not look at this one that I'm making right now. The wrapper's starting to dry out. So look, okay, so part of this isn't my fault, okay? Like you see this shit right here? This is not my fault because look, it like breaks off because it's dry as hell. So if I had fresh dumpling wrappers, oh, you guys, you have no idea. You would see. It would be just, my skills would be just beyond. They would just be beyond. Opinions on snails and frog legs. Haven't had either. Sorry, I'm not a very adventurous eater. I've had chicken hearts though, from like a rodizio, from like a Brazilian barbecue. It's like a beautiful dough and a meat flour. Oh, yay. It's like splitting apart. So, okay. All right, we got this one. So we're gonna put this in the fridge. Let me just put it in the fridge really quick, and then we'll bring out another one. So I'll be right back. Give me like 1 second. Okay, let's put this in the fridge. Wait, where do I even? Mostly just didn't want to see you guys to see my fridge. It's kind of a mess. So. Okay. Here, we're back. We're back. I'm so frightfully dark. We're using the good camera for this and not for my face. Because y'all don't, you guys don't need to see my face in 4K. Oh shit. Wait, what did I do? Okay, wait. There, I think. Ah, whatever, that's fine. If you can eat one animal, you can eat every animal. If you have to eat, not for personal entertainment or novelty, though. Okay, that's fine. I wonder whose idea it was to eat snails and frog legs. And pop culture said, a guy named Survival and Hunger. Yes. Yes. Yep. So if you go to like, one of the delicacies in China is intestines. So I think like lamb intestines, and now it's considered a delicacy. But do you think like why on earth would anybody ever eat that? Yep, that's why. So I have had intestines. Onion Bro, you think intestines are good? Okay, all right. I don't, but good. I'm glad you. I mean, maybe it's just lamb intestines. I'm not sure. Like the reason why I didn't like it was because it had like that gamey flavor to it. Like like if you eat like wild game, like buffalo or like deer or something, it's got that like flavor to it. I'm not a fan of that flavor, so that's why I didn't like it. Why on earth? If you have to kill an animal for food, you should honor that and don't waste any of the kill you've made. Pop culture, I think yeah. I mean, that's good. Yeah, not being wasteful. I think that's a good perspective to have for sure. I like that. You're right. We should be less wasteful. If I were in like a Hunger Games type of situation, which I like to think about fictional and not realistic situations, because realistic is sometimes too depressing. If I was in the Hunger Games and I needed to eat, like hunt and kill my own food, of course I'd eat every part of the animal. Because why wouldn't you? So a survival situation, but also like a respect. You know, a lot of Native Americans, to show respect for the animal they eat, they respect every part of it, giving the animal the respect it deserves. I do enjoy that. Oh no! Oh no! Ah! It just split open. You can't see it that well. It's fine. It'll be fine. Just close that up. You don't see that. Yeah. Okay. I don't think many in the past could afford to just waste something because it tastes bad. Yes, exactly. No. It's very luxurious of me to be able to say, I don't like this, so I'm not going to eat it. Yeah, so my father-in-law grew up during the Cultural Revolution and actually fled China during the Cultural Revolution. Again, another time. Before that was, the Great Leap Forward and mass starvation. So he grew up during a time of mass starvation. I never met him, but I heard about him. And he would never waste food. Never. Like if there was food left over on somebody else's plate, he would eat it. If he was sitting down with like his family members. Wasting food was like the ultimate sin, because he previously in his life went hungry. Yeah, we are all spoiled humans. Shout out to Grug the caveman, my ancestor. Yeah, I think being conscious of it is always a good idea. One question, sure, ask anything. You can ask me anything. I'm an open book. I mean, I literally told all my secrets in one of my last streams, so pretty open to sharing anything. It's all you said in previous streams, fair game. Yes, it is. What'd I say? It's all fair game. It's all fair game. Okay, these ones are slightly... I'm doing better. Look at these. These are actually closed a little bit. We're doing well. You met your spouse in China. No, I met him on a dating app. So he's Chinese American. Yeah, he's Chinese American. Yeah, I've decided I'm being more open about it, but I'm not going to say like my husband this, my husband that, my husband this, my husband that. Like that's why initially I would just say my partner, because it's not my whole identity. Yeah, but I'm okay with answering questions about it if people ask. Yeah, so I met him on a dating app here in America. He was born here in America, but his parents fled China as refugees. Well, asylees. So they sought asylum here during the Cultural Revolution. So they're quite a bit older. I think his mom didn't have him until she was in her 40s. So yeah, quite a bit older. Like his brothers are my parents' age, which is crazy. So we have to call it something. Yeah, you're right. No, the reason why I was saying partner earlier is because like for some reason sometimes that makes it sound less permanent, and people in the past, like when they hear things like marriage, married, that's very permanent. That's very like, ooh, okay. So they automatically make so many assumptions about you, right? They hear that you're married. That's my experience. Partner is a very like ambiguous term. It's kind of like, oh, it could be your boyfriend, or it could be your life partner, or it could be your whatever. So I'm thrice divorced. Are you now? Are you now? I met somebody in college who, I lied. I met somebody in college who she was 23 and had already been divorced twice. 23. Listen, we're not judging. We're not judging, okay? No judgment. But also, that's a lot of drama. That's a lot of drama to go through. In like before your life has really even begun. Like, holy shit. Yep. Here in Utah, there's this huge pressure to get married early. So that's kind of where that comes from. We're kind of weird in that most of the people, like, it's common for many people to get married before age 25. Whereas I feel like with other places in America, it's like if you're under 25 and married, that's strange. But here it's like if you're under 25 and not married, that's weird. She got to go to a Catholic church or something. She just she was not lucky in picking them. Not lucky at all. Very unlucky in picking her spouses. Oh, look at this one. This one. Look at me. I'm proud of this one. Oh, it's so cute. Oh my God. I'm gonna put that front and center right there so everybody can look at it. Okay. Let's see. Put this one on. Secret is just to use less. Don't be greedy. It's all about repetition. Exactly. I'm getting better. Oh, thank you so much for following. Wow. I'm gonna start to not say people's usernames unless they really... I don't know, you guys. Should I turn it so that followers are anonymous? Because, like, I completely am fine with people lurking, you know? So, yeah. Unless you come in and chat, then I'll definitely say your username. If not, then lurk away. I've nodded my head in approval. Thank you, Anubra, for narrating. There's something so weird about staring at a camera and talking to people. It's like you're pretending in a way. Like I said the other day, I was visualizing like 10 people standing in front of me, just like folding their arms and just standing there silently listening to me. Like, a little bit strange in a way, but Tuxin, thank you so much, and thank you for following. Welcome. Yes. We are making dumplings right now. We're gonna, as soon as I'm done filling up this tray, we're gonna pan fry them. We're talking about philosophy and so much more. So much more. So feel free to join in or lurk. Sometimes it's hard to tell if people are coming here for cooking or if they're coming here for philosophy, or for something else. I don't know. But all are welcome. Regardless. Okay. Shall we go back to our Nietzsche that we were reading? Shall we return? I had a couple more things I wanted to say about that. Just have a little bit more. Okay, this one was not as good. Don't look at this one. Put that over there. Okay, so Zarathustra was describing the last man to the people of the town, and they heard that and they were like, "Whoa, we want to be that." They were like demanding. They were like, "Tell us how to be that. We don't want any of this beyond man bullshit. We want to be this last man. We want to be this other thing." And he just like shook his head. He was like, You absolute fools. You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? So everybody wanted to be the last man. And so he decided to, well, before that, the rope dancer, oh, this reminds me of the often repeated Nietzsche quote. Please, what is the quote? Tell me. So the rope dancer comes up on the rope, and he's going between the two buildings, and he's balancing, and there's like this clown. Suddenly a clown appears. It's like, okay, like I'm not making this up, I swear. Suddenly a clown appears, and he's like taunting the rope dancer on the rope, and I think it's the rope dancer who falls. Who falls off the rope, because the clown's like over there taunting him, being like, I don't know, what are you doing? Get off there, like some stupid stuff. Not sure. But the rope dancer falls. His body gets, he falls to his death, basically. Man does not strive for happiness. Only the Englishman does that. Oh yes, I think I've heard of that before. He just hated the English philosophers. I don't know. As someone who personally thinks of happiness as a reason to live, as a reason for existence, I disagree, but whatever. I think he's just too depressed. This man is far too depressed. I'm not trying to like be all toxic positivity. Like, come on, just be happy, man. But you know. So the last man could be both. The first man beyond man, or the one who survived them all. The first one could include all humans. The second one only one. So the first one would be for all mankind. The second one only for the ego. That's what he said. Fuck. You fools. Nietzsche would tell us to strive for power and not happiness, to embrace struggle, enact our will, like a Homeric hero, a Napoleon, not going to try and pronounce that, a Renaissance painter. Wow. Yeah, but like when you die, it's all gonna go away. Like when you die, it's meaningless. Everything you've achieved in your life is meaningless when you die. So why not enjoy life while you can live it? Like hello? Like you can't confirm anything except for what's in the present moment. Wrong. Oh no. Oh shit, I'm wrong. Georgian dumplings. Potentially. Dumplings, fusion dumplings. An adulteration of dumplings. Adulterated. Like all things in America. just one large melting pot. One large melting pot. Nietzsche may have been an egomaniacal asshole, but I think his philosophy wasn't necessary. Wait, pop culture, you framed that in a way that I thought you were going to say something like good. You were like, okay, listen, he might be an asshole, but he's also a bitch. That's how I read that comment. Anyway. When we die, it gets better. We go to heaven. So, Paxton, I'm assuming you're getting, you are religious then. Can I ask what your religion is? Sorry, my hair is in my face. Ugh. Wrong. Wrong. Wrong? You don't have a religion? I thought you said we go to heaven. Yes, so these are like so it's a fusion, so it's Indian food. So you know butter chicken, Indian food. So I put a bunch of spices in like ground chicken, and then I'm putting them in these dumpling wrappers, which are like Shanghai style dumpling wrappers, wrapping it up, and then we're gonna pan fry it, and we're gonna add like Indian sauce to it. Jesus doesn't like religion. Sarcasm. Oh, you guys, I'm so bad at understanding sarcasm. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at that. This reminds me of Patrick Starr. Me when I don't know. Me when I don't know. Listen, I have nothing against religion. Is it for me? No. Not for me. Not for me. It doesn't mean it can't be for anybody else. If that's what helps you, then that's what helps you, like, get through life. Let me hit him up real quick. You gonna play it on the YouTube? Patrick Starr gospel music. Oh boy. You know, I was in a New Age store over the weekend, and there was a Shrek Buddha, like, you know, like one of those Buddha statues, and it was Shrek posing as it. It's like, oof. Okay. I'm sure the Buddhists would love that. I have everything against religion. This is why I follow Jesus. Okay. Again, sarcasm, I don't know. 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 I'm just a girl. That, my friend, is an oxymoron. Well, you can be spiritual. Okay, but you can, I don't joke around. Okay. All right. We'll take you seriously then. No, honestly, like, I think you can be spiritual. You can be spiritual without religion. You can believe in God without religion. You can. I mean, like, you think about classical Hinduism, guys. Like, classical Hinduism, they're a lot of the teachings of like the sages of ancient India, like they were like, hey, you can believe in God, like you basically forget all this, like all of our teachings or whatever, but here, we're giving you the blueprint to find the ultimate divine. You can choose to follow it or not. Like, you can take pieces of it, you can leave it, but we're just saying, like, hey, we found this amazing knowledge, so we want to share it with you, and this is like the easiest way to get there. So yeah. So yeah, you could be like the Hindus, classical Hindus, Hindu sages. All right, one sec. Sorry about that. Is this beef? No, it's chicken. It's chicken. Yeah, it's chicken. So the recipe should be pinned in my description. I mean, in my not description, my pinned comment, the top of the chat. You can find the recipe up there. Yeah. You can use pork, but I prefer chicken. I'm not a fan of pork or beef, to be honest. I'm mostly just a fan of white meat. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. And then the sauce, actually, the recipe for the sauce comes from a vegan recipe. So if you're vegan or vegetarian, you can follow the sauce recipe, because it's a recipe for tofu in Indian sauce. So I'm not sure if vegetarian dumplings would be good, but I don't think you could make dumplings with tofu, but that's deeply ironic. Deeply ironic. What? What's deeply ironic? I do love irony, so. I am very much a lover of irony. It adds spice. Spice to life. Meat. Vegan recipe meat. Oh, yeah. Well, you know. I like adulterating recipes, what can I say? With my meat-loving tendencies. How dare I, right? How dare I? Now, if you're calling this Indian, then you cannot use beef. Oh, yeah, for sure. No, I'm not really calling this Indian. I'm just calling it, so if you look at my menu, I just call it pan-fried dumplings with Indian, well, the Indian sauce. But, yeah, no, I'm not using beef. I wouldn't be that would be scandalous if I was making Indian food with beef. That would be an oxymoron. Or, is that the appropriate use of that word? I think so. I don't know. Okay, shall we go? So, okay. So the rope dancer fell to his death. He fell off the rope, the tightrope between two buildings. And the crowd gasped, and they were all shocked, and they were like, oh my God. So he falls, he's on the ground, he's still alive, so it's not directly, he didn't directly die, but he is taking his last breaths, you know? Yes, proper use of that word. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I do care about using words properly. So, he falls, he's like telling Zarathustra, he's like, oh no, I'm gonna go to hell now. You know, he's afraid. He's like, I'm gonna die and then I'm gonna go to hell. Zarathustra's like, and at first this kind of took me aback. I was like, you really tell a dying man this? He was like, there's no heaven and there's no hell. Don't you worry. First I was like, are you sure? You really want to make a man question all of his beliefs right before he dies? But he was using in like a comforting aspect. So he was like, he's like, nah, there's no hell, there's no heaven, don't worry about it. And the rope dancer was like, okay, so by losing my life, I lose nothing. I think that's interesting. By losing my life, I lose nothing. I'm trying to think about what that means. Pop culture, is that a reference to the caste system? Oof. Oof. That's a can of worms right there. He on X Games mode. Is he atheist or agnostic? Nietzsche? That would be a good question for the chat. I'm not sure. I'm assuming Nietzsche is atheist, considering his opinions about God. Yeah, he seems to be very much an atheist. Hi, Tanner. Welcome in. I've got, it's like an Indian fusion. So we're making dumplings with chicken and like Indian spices. And then we're going to pan fry them and we're going to add Indian sauce to them. So it's just against gatekeeping. Okay, yeah. So he falls. He's worried he's going to go to hell, but Zarathustra's like, no, you don't need to worry about that. There's no hell you're going to go to. So, you'll be fine. And then Zarathustra's like, okay, well, since I basically said goodbye to this man as he died, I might as well give him a proper burial, you know? So he's like, okay, I'm going to take this body, and go bury it, because I feel bad. Dumplings look really good. Thank you. The you was always living in the future, not the present. Professional. Therefore not living at all. Oh, I think that's a good, yeah, okay, so that sums it up, right? I think that's a good, so that's what he was saying, is that it's not really going to be any different because you've never even lived in the present. I can cook, I'm not just pretending. Damn, Tanner's just complimenting me so much. I can't handle it. I can't handle it. Yeah, pop culture, I think you've summed up what he meant. Because initially I didn't really understand. I mean, that's the interpretation that makes the most sense to me. We don't know what he meant, but that's what makes sense to me, at least. Just facts. Oh. So it's chicken, and then it's got like chili powder, salt, turmeric, curry seasoning, So it's a lot. Oh, that one was pretty good. Yes, it matters. I think that's an interesting question. Does the future matter as much as the now, right now? What we're doing right now? Do you truly exist? Will you truly exist in the future? And did you exist in the past? Or do you only exist right now? I think a religious person would say, well, you were thinking too much about, your own selfish, you know, now. I need to have my gratification, my instant gratification. I'm not thinking long term. Because the goal of getting to heaven or hell is a question of like eternal, of infinity. So whatever you do now, that couldn't possibly matter compared to what will happen in the future. I mean, it matters in the sense that it will determine whether what happens in the future, but it doesn't measure up to the consequences. So underwater deep diving. Oh, we're deep diving. Oh, we're doing some philosophy. Oh yeah. We're doing some deep diving today. Yeah, it depends on what religion. What I'm talking about is the context of Christianity. I think that's what a Christian would say. Does the past matter? I wonder what a Christian would say about the past and whether it matters. In my own religious upbringing, I don't think the past matters as much as what you do now and the future. The future matters the most. The past matters quite a bit. I mean, the present matters quite a bit, and the past doesn't really matter as much. The past matters unless you repent. Oh, yes. Yeah, okay, so I'm thinking, like, if you repent, then that makes the past not matter. I agree. Ooh. We gotta... Here, let me scroll up. So Tanner also loves philosophy, but more applied, practical stuff. I enjoy the practical as well. Yeah. I think practical is the most useful. It's fun to discuss this kind of stuff sometimes, but not all the time. You know. Although it can be like, so these like higher level discussions about heaven and hell and what happens in the afterlife and etc. It can be practical in the sense of like giving you comfort of where your life's going to go, right? So that could be a practical aspect of it. But if you're doing it just to debate, then that's not very practical. Okay, Texan, let's see. The past matters to Christianity, though not in a way that necessitates dwelling on it or being defined by it. While Christians are encouraged to forget what is behind and strain forward to what is ahead, they are also called to learn from the past, acknowledge its impact, and allow it to inform their present and future actions. You're right. No, you're right. Learning from the past. I mean, you consider the Bible. That's all about learning from the past. Parables, especially. But as far as like your own personal past goes, yeah, I guess learning from your past mistakes and repenting from them. Once you repent, then they don't matter as much in the grand scheme of things. But I think what Nietzsche is assuming is that when you die, there's just blackness. Nothing happens. That's it. The end. The end of which I don't know if I love that idea. I'm not a fan. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've made these dumplings before quite a few times, but definitely not a professional by any means. And if you saw my other tray from before, so I had another tray before this, and that was like That was scary. It wasn't that good. Nietzsche has a bit to say about that, but I don't want to spoil it. Okay. Should I wait? The Bible is all about the past, present, and future. Yes. You're right, all three of them. All three. I always saw him as more of an agnostic than an atheist. Oh, okay. Well, you can be critical of God while still believing in him, I guess. Or critical of the way people see God while still being an agnostic. So, there's that, I guess. True. Obviously I have my own bias. From my religious upbringing, but so I try not to let that influence me too much, to make me too harsh against religion, but still happens sometimes. I don't think anyone thinks of death as the end of existence. Oh, I don't think anybody likes that idea. But yes, as Onion Helmet says, Nietzsche has some thoughts about the future, or depending on your reading, about the way you pragmatically must regard the future. Yeah, nobody. I don't see anybody liking that. Well, actually, that's not true. My husband likes that idea for some reason. Don't know why. Every time I ask him, I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yep, that's what I want." Okay. He's like, "When I've lived a good life, that's what I'll embrace, is ceasing to exist." I guess if you've seen The Good Place, then you would understand that perspective. If you watch the end of The Good Place, then you'll understand why that would be. Although that one has more of a Buddhist take. Do you believe in ghosts? Personally, no. No, I don't think so. Unless I've just barely watched a horror movie, then I'll be like, there are ghosts in my shower? I'll start seeing things. Start seeing shadows, thinking it's a ghost. No, Tanner. No, please. That's literally why I didn't want to reveal that information. God. That's literally why I didn't want to say anything. I know you're joking, but I think there's actually people that are like you. There's definitely, I mean, not like you, but like what you said, that will do that. I guess I don't need those kind of people anyway, I guess. Good one. Good one. Can I be honest? Yes, you can be honest. Tell me. Good Place is a false teaching. Ooh, toxic. What? I liked the good. I liked The Good Place. Oh. God dang it. I liked it. This is a strictly shirtless ripped cowboy stream. Oh boy. What do you mean, like the Chippendales? Tanner, I don't follow anyone. Maybe 2 people. Oh. Very selective. You're very selective. With assless chaps? With assless chaps? Oh my god, you guys. Wow. That couldn't be farther. I'm so sorry, but that couldn't be farther from my type. To be fair, like, oh god. Nope, I don't like it. I do not like that. I don't know if I'm selective. Twitch just recommends who's on. Kind of like TV. Sounds like you treat it like TV in a way. Some people like treating Twitch as TV. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you guys, I've got like one more. Got one more after this, and then we're gonna start making the sauce. Oh my god, it's already been 2.5 hours. Jeez. Jesus. When a woman comes, we all make a run, including me. Gotta stay pure for the boys. Hey, am I one of the boys? Can I be one of the boys? Am I allowed? One of us, one of us, one of us. It's been my life's dream to be one of the boys. Just to be able to crack a cold one open. That would be hell yeah. Woo. Yes. Ah. My life is complete. I'm one of the boys. Never had any other goals that meant so much. Philosophy and religion is a tough topic. We need to lighten it up from time to time. Oh, we can talk about something else for sure. Of course. Most things that we learn are false teachings. That's why we need to double and triple check everything to figure out if it's false or true. How many dumplings am I going to eat? I'm freezing these. I'm freezing some of them, so I'm going to make them and freeze them. Because I'm lazy. I like to make it all at once. So. Girls can crack a cold one open. Yeah. I guess, but I like to be considered one of the boys. Okay, shoot. I've got some extra wrappers, but I ran out. Look, I ran out. It's all gone. Okay, I'm just gonna wash my hands off. I have to make sure and end the stream before 4. Because I gotta go to hot yoga. It's a huge priority. So I got an hour and a half left. I will not miss my hot yoga. I already signed up for the class. Do you actually know where the one of us quote comes from? Research it for the next stream. Okay. I don't know where that comes from, so I'll look it up. Okay, well the sauce is like super easy, so we've got onion, garlic, and ginger. So what should we start with? Let me start with the garlic. Let me look at my recipe. Where's my recipe? Okay. So I always add like 3 times as much garlic as what the recipe calls for, so. Onion bro reference? Just for you, onion bro. You could also do pumpkin filling or beef. Anything. I mean, yeah, people basically put anything in dumplings these days, so it's up to you. Yes. I'm pretty lazy, but I never got the hang of batch cooking. I always somehow dislike the idea of having to eat something specific later in the week. Really? What, do you cook every day then? Damn, that's a commitment. Okay, I'm gonna do like, uh, let's see, that many. Like 10 or something, I don't know. I just go crazy every time. I do anything. I, garlic is not something you like, uh, follow a recipe for. You just add however much your heart feels like. So, favorite cuisine. I would say my my top two are Japanese and Indian. So Indian food definitely. Oh wait, and Mexican food. Three. So Indian, Mexican, and Japanese. That one's too small. Oh, it's a henna tattoo. Yeah, so it's temporary. I got it from an Indian culture festival. Yeah, it's always fun. I love temporary tattoos. Like I said, one day I'm gonna get a real tattoo. But somebody told me like, um, if you have an idea you want to get a tattoo, sit on it for like a year. If you, at the end of the year, you still want to get that tattoo, then it's a good idea. If not, then you're probably going to regret it. Honey, bro, I've never had garlic confit before. I remember there's like a meme recipe of like, 50 that required like 50 cloves of garlic or some shit. I'm like, that's my kind of recipe. Yeah, I tend to like Asian food for sure. Yep, I tend to like Asian food. But I also like Mexican food, which is terrible because when you live in Asia, Mexican food is like the last food that, like the last place any, like when I was in China, like literally, you will not find a Mexican restaurant anywhere. Just not. I mean, just culturally, like with the different flavor palettes, and just with the location difference. So I was very sad when I lived in China. Oops. In Europe, actually, too, not too much good Mexican food. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh yeah, there's so much good Mexican food here in America. Yeah, that's tragic. 50 cloves and a whole bunch of olive oil. Yeah, that's the ideal for sure. All right, now that my hands smell like garlic, and they probably will for the next week, we're done with that. Gotta do the little rinse. Gotta rinse those fingers. Okay. So, the amount of ginger I'm gonna use, probably like, probably that. And usually, I guess you could peel it, but this is too small to peel. So I'll just kind of like chop off the excess. Yeah, just like this. It always makes me nervous when it's kind of gray on the inside. I think it'll be fine. As long as it smells fine, then it's probably fine. Smells okay. So I'm gonna use it. UK and Europe. Oh no. Tanner, you just opened a can of worms. We just did this on Friday, had a discussion about the UK. Oh boy. And how uneducated I am about the UK. So I'm so frightfully uneducated. What is that? Okay. Putting that away. We don't have to chop it too much because I'm going to blend this up later. So, yeah, that's good. Doner kebab. You know, I've never had that kebab thing before. I know what you're talking about, but I've never had it before. Uneducated. Well, there's varying levels, I guess. But also I didn't know that I don't know, UK stuff. It gets very convoluted. I didn't know there was part of Ireland that was in the UK and part that was out, okay? I'm embarrassed by it, honestly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But now I know. There's Northern Ireland and there's Ireland. Two different. Goon Goombas. Those are two different countries, though. I know. I know that now. I know that now. I didn't know that before. So, I said I was uneducated. But we're educated. You can send me a doner kebab, but in an envelope. Sounds good. So I like cutting an onion like all at once. See if I can do it without it falling apart. So you like do it like that first, and then you like and then you okay. And then now here we go. Knife skills. This is a dull knife, by the way. Do not use a dull knife in the kitchen. Bad idea. Okay, that's fine. One little cooking advice. Sure, why not? You're a cooking expert. I'm just a home cook, so. Okay. Onions have ring. Yeah? Okay, I think we're gonna change our setup here. We're gonna move everything over to the pan. All right, here we go. Let me put this down for a second. So you see, I'm putting everything on these cardboard. So I'll move everything out of the way. I think that should be, let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay. Yes. Maybe just a little bit. like that. Nope. All right, I'm making the sauce first, so we're gonna put this here. Anyone having that knife skills while talking Nietzsche ain't uneducated. Oh my gosh. Stop, you flatter me, stop. So you only ever have to do 2 cuts, not 3. Okay, so the onion's like this, going up like this. I'm gonna take your word for it. Next time I cut open an onion, I'll try the two cut technique. Okay, so I'm just doing. So the recipe calls for, I think, both butter and olive oil. So that's what I'm doing. Oh no, I'm out of olive oil. No! Ah! Tragic. Okay, wait, I'm gonna refill it. I've got my little funnel here. Funnel it in. Yeah. Okay. Make sure not to do the avocado oil by mistake. Okay. Because they both look the same, the container. Okay. Here we go. Try not to pour it too fast like me. Oh, I have to go get more olive oil. I like getting the giant containers because we just basically drink it. Oh, that's like basically almost at the top. Nice. Okay. I'll put that in the dishwasher. I had a question for you guys. Since a lot of you are from Europe, do a lot of Europeans have dishwashers? I know a lot of countries don't. Just due to the size of the apartments or the living spaces. Like when I was when I was living in China and when I was living in Brazil, neither one had dishwashers. You had to wash everything by hand. Colonialism was a very bad thing. People are still suffering from that. And again, without it, we wouldn't. This might hear me out. I don't know. Yes, dishwasher. So bad for the planet. So good for my lazy ass. Is it bad for the planet, though? I thought that dishwashers use less water than hand washing. I mean, I guess like with the machine and having to make the plastic and the metal and whatever, but like the dishwasher itself, doesn't it use less water? Didn't have a dishwasher in the apartment I used to live in, but have one in the house I'm living in now. Okay, so it's not like a cultural thing. It's like a depending on where you live kind of thing. It was that way for me when I lived in an apartment before this. Yeah, we didn't have a dishwasher, and it sucked. It honestly sucked. So there's quite a bit of olive oil in here. And again, the big pieces, it doesn't matter because we're gonna blend it later. So don't worry about it. Full of surprises. When I was 15. When I was 15, I lived in Brazil. Yeah. Less water, more energy, and the production costs. Yes, that's true. Yeah, in Asia they're really rare. And then in like South America they're really rare. So, but not in Europe. Okay, so now I know Europe. So you always want to wait to add the garlic until the end because it'll burn really easily. So, and only less water if you never pre-rinse anything, which people do. Well, yeah, because like I don't know about you guys with your dishwasher, but like mine, if there's any food on it, like it'll take on there. Like it'll just take on there. You gotta rinse everything off first, which is like you gotta do the part of the job for it. Like glorious continent of the dishwasher. The real ones will clean their dishes in the waterfall and let the fish eat the crumbs. Yeah. You can't really say you care about the environment unless you do it that way. That's the most environmentally friendly way. Oh God. Ew. Yeah, we mostly have dishwashers. Yep. Yeah. I mean, but like if you live in an apartment, then sometimes it's like hit or miss, depending. Air conditioners too. Like I've lived in apartments before that didn't have air conditioning. It's mostly a thing of it's not that's not a cultural thing, that's like a class thing. If you're poor. If you're poor, then you don't have any air conditioners. Really a black hole in Europe. Mm. I'm a man of the fishes, I will feed them. I guess that's true. Yeah, if I cook well enough, then there's no crumbs. Just lick the plate like an absolute fiend, like a goblin. Lick the plate. Oh, you guys, I'm nervous. I have to pull out the blender again. I hate the blender. I don't like blenders. I'm just always afraid something's gonna go wrong. Ugh. And my blender only has one setting, so it's either like really fast or not at all. It's like you turn it on. There is no like crush. There is no like uh blend or like chop or like whatever the different settings of the blender is. It's just like on or off. Okay. Went very smooth. That is true. It's just like really aggressive all at once. Is it the sound? Um, yeah, kind of the noise, but also like the mess. It just makes a huge mess every time. I hate it. And it just, there's so much capability for it to go wrong. For it to just like tumble out, and I don't know. I don't like the idea of like me not putting it on right, and so it suddenly like sends the thing flying off. Plus the blades are like really sharp, so I'm scared of touching those. I have these intrusive thoughts where it's like, if I see something really sharp, I'm like, what if you touched it? What if you touched it? Uh, all right, I don't want to brown this. I don't want to brown this. I just want to make it so it's like translucent. Tanner, I think you asked me a question. Let me look. The blender upstairs. I know I have a hand blender. I know I have a hand blender. It's just the big blender is so much easier. I mean, faster. What brought you that young to Brazil? My dad. My dad took a sabbatical at his work, and so he brought his whole family to Brazil. He like worked at one of the universities there. Did a project at one of the universities, and so he lived there for a year. So I was homeschooled for a year in Brazil. All right, where's my garlic press? All right, this is about. I'm actually just gonna turn off the heat. I'm gonna do all this garlic, like 10 cloves of garlic. It might be a little bit excessive, but I like garlic. What can I say? Yeah, this is like 3 times as much as you need to be doing. Oh my god, it smells so good. Nothing that smells better than onions and garlic. Truly nothing. Okay, one more. I'm just using the residual heat from the pan to cook the garlic, because garlic, it just burns so easily. And ginger also doesn't need to be. Oh, actually, you know what? Just kidding. Well, I really thought, I forgot I'm supposed to add the spices. It's okay, I needed to turn off the heat anyway, because I'm yapping and cooking at the same time, so I gotta pace myself. Okay, we'll turn the heat off while we add the spices. It must be out of the best part after all. Well, it definitely helped me change my perspective. I think everybody should have that opportunity to live abroad at some point in their life, because it really shows you like how um, different the world can get, um, but also how similar human beings are. Okay, let me look at my spices I need. Uh, Whole house smelling like the Italian garlic bake. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, I need cumin, coriander, just a ton of spices. No, it's okay. You can distract me. That's why I turned off the heat. Yeah. Yeah, my dad's a professor of special education. One time I made the mistake of looking him up on Rate My Professor. Kind of funny, but also it's hard to see your dad in that context of being criticized. Need 1 teaspoon of this. Oh, I didn't use it yet. Okay. There we go. Ah, there we go. Okay. What else? I need Okay, so whenever I have garam masala, I always do like a ton because I just love the flavor of it. So I'll do like that much. Yep. Sue me. Sue me for not following the recipe. Oh, I ran out of curry powder. Uh-oh. I always wanted to be a professor. Oh yeah? What kind of a professor? What would you teach? Oops. Ignore that. I just spilled all over. Just ignore that. Salt. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna turn the heat back on because I just need to heat the spices. Yes. There we go. So you're supposed to heat them until they become fragrant, so until you can smell them. Gotta wait for a minute for the heat to get back on. Oh, a professor of philosophy. This music is real groovy. Oh, I'm glad. I actually muted my headphones so I can't hear it, so hopefully it's great. It's the best that copyright-free can provide. And I really am praying that it's copyright-free. I'll find out. Eventually I'll find out, one way or another. Either the hard way or... I'm in my Chinese restaurant promotional video era. Is that what this sounds like? Wait, let me make sure. Okay, it's still the right music. You never know. Yeah, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, wait, I have no idea what you guys are listening to right now because my headphones aren't working. Or like don't have the volume on. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's great. Okay, I'm just starting to be able to smell it, so and then we're gonna add, oh, you know what? I'm gonna just open the can, put the coconut milk in there. So you blend it with the coconut milk. Make sure to get the unsweetened version. I guess you could get sweetened, but I don't know if that would taste good. I'm in the zone. Honeybird's in the zone. Tanner, thank you so much for stopping by. No problem at all. I hope you have a good night. Yeah, thanks for joining us. Bon appetit. Thank you. Yeah, have a great night. Okay, this is gonna splash out everywhere. There it goes. Okay. Listen, it looks like a disaster now, okay? Look away. Don't look. Because I'm gonna blend it, okay? And then I'm gonna add the tomato paste. And then it's gonna become red and beautiful. But for right now, it kind of looks like gross. Sludge, if you will. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna blend it probably off screen because my blender only plugs in over on the other side. So yes, have a nice evening. Good night. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic so you don't hear it. I'll be right back. What did I tell you guys? This is why I hate the blender. So I turned it on, right? And look, it's not even filled all the way, okay? Not even filled all the way. And then it turns on and it like comes out the top. I think I have some in my hair actually. Yeah, it just like went everywhere. And yes, I have a lid, okay? Look. You see? But apparently there's a tiny little hole right here, and that's where it splashed out. So this is why I don't like blenders, okay? This just confirms my point. Do I have any on me? I think I'm okay. Like, I promise it's not an irrational fear. It's not an irrational fear. Okay, yep. So that's smooth now. Whatever. I only use it for like 2 recipes, and this is the 2nd recipe, so never have to use it again. Thank God. Thank God. I'm just absolutely swimming in dishes. Dishes galore. So many dishes. Okay. So got this, and now we turn on the heat again. And you add an absolute ton of tomato paste. And I usually just add it to taste. I just add a ton of it. And what I do typically is I get a whisk. Okay. Can I share with you guys something I thought was funny from I know that we're trying to lighten the mood, okay? So we don't have to go back into this Nietzsche discussion, but one of the things I thought was interesting was talking about like the how Zarathustra he was like, okay, I'm gonna bury this body, right? So one of the quotes was verily, a fine fishing was Zarathustra's today. It was not a man he caught, but a corpse. The writing of that. It's the video. It's the video. It's red. It's supposed to be red. Yeah, it's supposed to be red. Okay, yep, we just add a ton of this. I don't even remember how much you're supposed to add. I just add a lot. And hope for the best. What a splendid fishing day. It was not a fish he caught, but a corpse. Like, okay. Yeah, so it's really yellow now because of the turmeric, but see, it'll turn red over time. The more tomato paste you add to it. Still need more. I actually do it based on color. I know how much I need based on the color. So I need more. I need more. There we go. He has a knack for writing bombastically and in mysterious ways. I thought it was entertaining. It was just like a little bit of humor in there. I don't know if he meant it as humor, but I thought it was humorous. I would reread it in German. There is always so much lost in translation. Ah, pop culture, you're probably right. And you would be able to understand. You would be able to understand. Well, unfortunately, I can't read German. I don't know German. A lot of his quotes can be humorous. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm just gonna add all of it. Fuck it. We'll add all of it. So one thing to keep in mind, the more tomato paste you add, the more you need to add sugar to it because it's going to be really strong in flavor. Oh yeah, that's the right amount. Okay, so now I'm going to add sugar to it. Just a little bit. And it's starting to bubble, so we're going to turn it down to like level 2, low heat. Just going to taste it. And it's going to like come up, so you got to be careful. Oh, that needs more salt actually. Hello? Sometimes something sits on my stove and changes the settings. Humorous in the sense that it's ridiculous. Yeah, well that's that's why I was laughing. Do you want to know what I always call that white refined sugar? What do you call it? What do you call it? Are you a sugar snob? Do you not like sugar, refined sugar? Unfortunately, in America, we have a lot. We have a lot of it. No, that's not it. Let's put that there and just forget about it. Forget about it. Okay. Now we're gonna do the dumplings. Okay, that should be correct. Get the big pan out. Okay. My kitchen, you guys, is an absolute disaster. It is absolutely a disaster in here. Alright. And let's do. Turn it this way. There. You saw it pop. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like the Yellowstone. Have you guys ever been to Yellowstone? You know, like the fucking there's this one like it's like a hot springs kind of, and it bubbles up like just like this, like fucking explodes everywhere. Hi Galti, welcome back. How goes the cooking? It goes well. Here, we made the Indian sauce right here. We made the dumplings. We're about to pan fry the dumplings now. So got some pizza and watched Dexter. Oh, fun! I haven't seen Dexter, but I do love pizza, so Okay, that's probably good. Wait, just a little bit more. Okay, that's enough. So now what I do is I just use my hands. No better cooking instrument than your hands. Am I right? Oh yeah, it's nice to use a really big pan, then you can just do them all at once. And you can really just crowd them in here. You don't have to worry. They won't really stick to each other. I'm gonna have to do 3 batches, I think. Yeah, probably 3. So, do like 1 more. Stick it in there. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think. That should be. Okay. And now what we do is we get water. Crucial step. Okay, you get the water. And then. That's probably good. So you like steam them first, and then like once it's boiling, then you take the lid off, and then you fry them. With the amount of dumplings you made, that would be like 2 to 3. Yeah, it's gonna be like 2 to 3. I'm freezing some of it, but I think I'm just gonna cook all of it, and I'm gonna freeze the ones I already cooked, because thinking about cooking it after it's already frozen, chicken scares me too much. I don't like the idea of cooking frozen dumplings. Remember to never add water to hot oil. Oh yes. How to make a lawyer announcement. Yeah, no, this isn't hot. You're right. I don't really ever cook anything too hot. That hot, like that temperature. Yeah, throw some baking soda. If you start a grease fire, make sure you throw some baking soda on it, not water. The real question to any Americans here, since it's the is it a meme or has any background that you're pronouncing it shtick? That's a Yiddish thing. I think that's Yiddish. Yep, that seems like Yiddish. Sometimes people say it to be funny, I guess. But like shtick, I think the word, it can also mean like a thing. Like it's my thing. Now I'm thinking really hard about what that word means. I think it means thing, kind of. I'll have to look it up. Here's the shtick. Like I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up this stick from the ground. I say like I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm gonna go pick up this shtick from the ground. I just say, oh, I'm gonna pick up this stick from the ground. They're 2 different things, 2 different words, meanings. I mean, here's the scoop. Here's what's up. That sounds right. So I'm gonna put the dumplings right here. Yeah, I can actually. Maybe if I. Aha. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. There, now you can see both at the same time. You can see all three if you want to. I think only a Scottish person would say. I'm gonna pick up that shtick from the ground. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that in that context. So this sauce you just want to like kind of cook and stir as you're cooking the dumplings. It doesn't really need to cook for that long. It just needs to be heated up. There's like certain compounds in tomato sauce that make it nutritious, but they only get released if you heat it up. I didn't know that. I just like using chopsticks to... Oh, that's not even hot. The hell? Okay, I turned it up. Let me see if there's another funny thing that he said. I'm almost done, actually. I might as well just finish the rest of what he had to say. Oh, I actually only wrote one more sentence in my notes. He said, so it went on, like, he ended up burying the corpse. Throughout his journey, he was, like, surprised by his hunger that he had all of a sudden. And he was inspired by the light that hit his face. It talks about, like, different things he was noticing. I just thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, this man is living in the moment. In the present moment. I'm not sure if it goes on to talk about that, like Zarathustra, if he's like a man who lives in the moment, but it seems like he is. Like, he's just like, he's taking things from the outside environment, like he's surprising himself. He's like flitting from one thing to the next, and he's like, oh, suddenly I'm hungry, or like he's noticing, if that makes sense. Ah, okay, now it's going. I'm gonna leave it on for just a minute longer, and then we'll start frying it. And then yeah, that's all we have left to do. Let's fry it. And clean up my absolute disaster of a kitchen. It's an absolute disaster. I'm excited to read more, honestly. I'm not sure what to expect, but yeah, this is definitely more palatable than Birth of a Tragedy. I like things that read like a story. And they're very clear in their meaning. This one seems a lot more clear in its meaning, in my opinion. Okay, I think this is ready. Yep. So now we take the lid off, and I'm just gonna kind of like go underneath all these, make sure they're able to be moved around, and that they're separate from each other. I always find it's better to use chopsticks with these. You can just get more precise. Oops. No. No. Ah. There we go. You want to make sure that they get crispy on the bottom. That's the best part. The best is when it gets crispy. Otherwise, it's not a pan-fried dumpling. Yeah, I made sure to use the high-quality camera for the cooking and not for my face. So, but that's what's more important, right? You got to see it in 4K. The glistening of the dumplings. They do look so much. Well, this is my pan that was the second pan, not the first pan. So wait until you see the first pan. But yeah. Okay. Now I think I'll just let them sit. We let all the water cook off, and then you'll see like in between it'll start to get dark, and that's an indication of how dark the bottom is. And then yeah. So I think I actually do have sauce in my hair. Wonderful. Great. You would hate reading Kant. Yeah. It's difficult to read. Not very story-like. One of these days I'm going to talk to you guys about Simone de... Oh, I cannot say her last name. I'm so sorry. Feminist, existentialist philosopher. First name Simone, last name... I don't know. French, I think. Simone de... Yes, that one. Yes. I have her book, The Second Sex, and I want to read it. I mean, obviously it's not too applicable to you all, but interesting ideas. You know, because like Nietzsche talks a lot about self-actualization, like what makes the self, but his ideas really only apply to men. I mean, well, they have a man-focused perspective, whereas Simone has more of a feminist perspective. Sauce can be a leave-in conditioner. I mean, it's got oil in it, olive oil, so maybe. Her husband is interesting too. Yes, I know. I don't want to sound like an idiot, so I'm not going to pretend I know who. He's another famous philosopher, I know. Have you guys read any women philosophers? Philosophy? I think it'll be fun to go into her thoughts, because she definitely gives a different perspective. Oh my gosh! Oh my God, you guys. Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it. Don't touch it. Just leave it. And so the last thing I have to add to this is there's this other spice. Let me taste it really quick. Make sure. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, that's good. Oh yeah. That is delicious. Oh, here it is. So, this one, Kasuri Methi. You could use cilantro, I guess, but this is better. This is way better. And I put a fuck ton in. I put a ton in there. I just like grab a handful basically, like this, and I just mix it in. Okay, now it's starting to get down to just the oil. Lost all the water. I'm not much into philosophy in the 20th century, so I learned by default. No, I haven't read any women philosophers, sadly. Well, if you come to my stream where I talk about Simone, then you will learn. Sorry, it's kind of loud. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the dribbling. Okay, so it's starting to get a little bit dark down here, but not quite there yet. Gotta wait a little bit longer. I turn the pan a little bit. See if it, make sure it gets even. Before the 20th century, it was simply called witchcraft or hysteria. Yeah. I did read like one of the first women philosophers. Blackett recommended her to me. I forget what her name was, but she had these showings, these mystical showings. Hers was more mystical and more Christian, but okay. See, this is starting. Oh, you can't really see. You can kind of see it's getting like orange. Not yet, but almost. Please don't stick. I think it's gonna stick. Oh no, please don't stick. That's okay, it's fine. No, it's not sticking, it's fine. It's fine. We're fine. Okay, yeah, see, it's getting really dark right here. Alright. I think I'm gonna turn it off. So you kind of like can take 2 chopsticks and just kind of like go underneath like this. And there it goes. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look at it. Okay, wait. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, delightful. Just gotta be really gentle. Ah, glorious. You gotta make sure to get all this crispy stuff at the bottom. So good. Oh yeah. Come on. There we go. Okay. Yeah, you see? There's the bottom. Sorry, my arm bends in a really weird way. My apologies. Cooking! I'm a cooking master! Cooking genius. Yeah, you want to get it like right before it burns. So this is like right before it burns. Or it's still kind of like that deep orange color. Oops, it didn't like that. It didn't like that. My stove did not like that. Ah, and they're glistening on the top as well. Look at us. We did it. Oh my god. I promise I can use chopsticks. Shit. No. Ah. No. It's fine. Don't look at that one. That didn't happen. All right. Oh shit! I just burned myself. My bad. Don't touch the hot pan. It's amazing what reflexes we have. All right. I think now it's required that I do a taste test. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my little dish. Okay. So got the sauce here. I just like spoon some of the sauce in. And the way you eat it is, oh, that's beautiful, isn't it? That's splattered everywhere. Ah, okay. Just gonna clean that up. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. So we got our sauce here. And then we get a dumpling. You find a really crispy one. Yep, that's a good one. Good. So we got the dumpling here, sauce. And what you do is you just basically dip it in like this. I like to just stab it. So it's like full of sauce. And then you just... Mmm. It's a little bit crunchy on the bottom. It's got those Indian spices. It's got like the tartness from the sauce. And this chicken's a little bit salty. It's a little bit spicy. It's so good. Mmm. Now that is good. Thank you. Yes, thank you. I think I'm going to end the stream here as well. So, yeah. We've been going for 3.5 hours, so. Go spam. Okay. Feel free. You can spam if you would like. No problem at all. Yeah, these turned out really, really nice. I'm gonna eat a few of them so I can get my energy for my yoga. Yeah, I will be going to yoga. You could eat them all in one bite if you want, but and I think that's what I'm gonna do actually. Mmm. Absolutely delicious. Thank you everyone for stopping by, talking with me about philosophy and other topics. I hope to see you again later. Later this week I'll be streaming, so tomorrow I'll be streaming Skyrim, like my normal stream. Wednesday as well, and then Thursday, on Friday I'll be doing Bioshock for the first time. I haven't streamed Bioshock before, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you again, and I hope you all have a good night. Yes, I'll be doing Bioshock, finally. Finally. Never played, so. But I hear a lot of good things. Yes. Good night, everyone. Good night. Yes, I'm gonna eat this. Mmm. Mmm. Bye-bye. We'll continue, we'll raid another stream tomorrow. Today it's a little bit weird setup, but tomorrow for sure we will raid another stream. Because that is I should do my due diligence as a small streamer. But I truly have to clean up the absolute disaster. So, yeah. Bye. Bye, Wacky. Good night. See you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.